What's going on, everybody? We're gonna start our first ever random rants. So random rants is just turned on the phone. We're gonna talk about what comes on our mind, okay? Because we got a lot to say from time to time. So I'm gonna start off with talking about financial news updates. You gotta always start with that. And your financial news update, especially in the area of banking, because that's my area of expertise. So I'm no claim to be an expert in an area that I'm not an expert in. So in the banking world, as I talked about before, I'm a huge fan of high yield savings accounts. So the rates on your high yield savings accounts are coming down. Once again, the Fed is making it cheap for banks, credit unions to borrow money. So on the flip side, they don't have to pay as much for your deposits. It's just the name of the game, okay? So with that being the case, the yields are coming down, so you won't be earning as much on your deposits, okay? Best thing for you to do is just shop around, see what credit unions or banks are paying the highest yields, and do the needful. If it benefits you to move your money, move it, then move it back. But I'm all about people taking advantage of the opportunity to use Zelle to move their money. And that's how you get to financial freedom, right? Financial freedom works when you take advantage of the freedoms you have to move your money freely. Get it? On that topic of random rants, so we talked about high yields, and I'll just close on that topic by saying, look, the best yields you're going to find from your brick and mortar banks and credit unions right now is teetering around 3.8, 3.9. All right. I invite y'all to check out bankrate.com, bankrate.com, to find out rates. Put your zip code in, and you'll see the rates that banks and credit unions are paying. All right. So on the topic of Zelle, there is a lawsuit being filed against Zelle right now by the CFPB. The CFPB, sorry about that noise. The CFPB is your Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. It's a government entity started out of the Dodd-Frank Act that's intended to regulate financial institutions and protect consumers. Thus the name Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Some people say that there are enough bureaus out there to protect people financially. Did we really need one more? I don't know. When it comes to protecting regular people, I don't know if you can have too many agencies or entities. They were mainly started to regulate entities such as payday loan companies, and your typical predatory lender. That's in essence what CFPB was started to regulate, but then they just went around to regulate banks, credit unions, financial institutions that they believe are abusing the consumer or have received, or the CFPB has received significant amount of complaints, and then they look in to see if those complaints have merit. But the CFPB have stepped in to now sue Zelle and the creators of Zelle, which Zelle is the app that you all know in your banking apps that allows you to send money to and from your banks and use, or credit unions that use Zelle. They're currently being sued by the CFPB. What's the problem? Well, if you're a user of Zelle, you run into one or two issues or more with Zelle. And that has to do with moving your money. When you use Zelle to move your money, if you make a mistake in the receiver and you send the money, Zelle has no responsibility to return that money to you if you made a mistake, or if that person that you were maybe buying products and services did not deliver. Zelle cannot return that money to you. Once it's gone, it's gone. That's why before you send the money, they ask you to verify the sender. And once you verify it and you push send, it is out of their hands. Well, The problem that the CFPB has identified, because there's been so many Zelle scams, so many Zelle problems, and often at times the consumer is left holding the bag because the bank or credit union that uses Zelle, if it's a mistake, keep in mind they can't recoup those funds. Okay, if they manage to refund you that money, it's really out of the goodness of their heart. Okay, but Zelle has no obligation to return the money because it's out of their hands per se, and it's really on that individual to be at a loss, or that institution to try to return or recoup some of those funds if they can. So CFPB has stepped in again to sue Zelle, saying that the app has problems and may have launched too early and does not provide the adequate protection for its users. Okay, so this is what the CFPB is alleging in their lawsuit against Zelle. And I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know if it has any merit, but in essence, a lot of these lawsuits are meant to get a settlement. It may not even benefit the customers that the CFPB is saying that they're suing Zelle on behalf of. But then it may be meant also to get the creators of Zelle and the owners of Zelle, to get them to do what they can to improve the app or put some more holds in place, maybe allow a 24 to 48 hour hold time internally to allow people to potentially get that money back. Okay, but I want to follow this up and come back and talk to you guys some more. And we'll tune in again. Y'all tune back in again for our random rants where we talk about all things, but strictly mainly on areas of finances, as I'm your banking guru, high yield guru, and you all can trust the information that I put out. Do your research, but thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let's get some engagement going on. Thank y'all so much. Stay blessed, y'all.